In the university, you are in control. You decide when to go to class and when not to go to class. Does this sound familiar? Hi, I'm Ewene Obed, and today in this video I'll be sharing with you my top 2 expectations for life in the university as against the realities that I met when I went to the university. Will I blame myself for expecting so much of the university? Well, there's a saying that you never get disappointed when you expect nothing from anyone. So, by the end of this video, I'm making you the judge to decide as to whether my life in the university fell short of my expectations or not. So, what are these 2 expectations? The first expectation that I had before going to the university was that when I go to the university, I can choose when to go to class. I can also decide to go to class or even not to go to class at all. How did I even come up with this expectation in the first place? I remember back in senior high school, we had some seniors who came back for homecoming and advised us, giving us an overview of their life in the university. And one of the many advices that we got from them was the fact that in the university you decide when to go to school and when not to go to school. So I wasn't wrong to have to set up these expectations for myself in the university. Unfortunately, when I got to the university, this wasn't so for me. As a pharmacy student, I needed to go to class from 8 a.m. every day to 5 p.m. every day. And almost every single day, I had lab sessions where attendance was compulsorily taken. So I couldn't just miss out for anything at all. The other factor that buttressed it was the fact that most of the courses that we learned, even though at the time I was reading only 6 courses, a course could have about 6 or more lecturers teaching, and therefore at every point in time when we have a particular lecture, you couldn't even predict who was going to take us for the lecture, and missing such a class was difficult. Anyway, so the conclusion I came to draw, comparing my expectation against the reality that I found there, was that even though I was going through the stress, it wasn't the same thing for everyone. It didn't run through the whole university programs, so it was actually program specific. For instance, some of my roommates had flexible calendars. They had time schedules where they could even break out of sessions and go to their hostels or their halls and return later, and sometimes some of them had no lectures at all. But unfortunately for me, I had lectures from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the advice that these seniors gave us could be true for certain programs, but not all programs. Nevertheless, I still had colleagues amongst us who also were able to take a bold stand by not coming to class sometimes. And therefore, one other conclusion that I get from here is that the level of success you decide to achieve or you are determined to achieve will also inform you on whether you go to class or not. My second expectation, what is it? I hope you are eager to know. Alright, I'm also eager to share with you. My second expectation, also stemming from the advice that our seniors gave us, was the fact that in the university, unlike senior high school, you only learn for the semester and there is no need remembering what you learned for that particular semester. Well, can that be true? I'll leave you to answer. Anyway, for my part as a pharmacy student, I can say yes and no. Yes, because there are things that I didn't necessarily have to remember through after the particular semester. So there are things that I just had to study for an exam. So by the end of the semester, when I had reproduced what I've studied for that particular semester, there were things that I could decide not to remember again. But there also, as a pharmacy student, most of the things that we're doing were just foundational for the whole program, running a 6-year program. So in first year, even the things you're learning in first year, first semester, just serves as a foundation to what you'll be building upon in the further years. So I had no choice than to remember the things that I've studied prior to a particular semester or prior to a particular year. What happened was that most lecturers in the upper years, when they met us, assumed, and in fact it was true, that we've been taught previously, and therefore they wouldn't even spend time going through the basics. They just come and they build on. So if you took that advice wholeheartedly and you did nothing about it but to forget everything that you learned during a particular semester, then you found yourself wanting, and even in the upper years you now would have to spend some more time going back to the basics that you have left. However, as I keep saying, this isn't so for everyone in the university. So the advice they give, they should make it clear that it is program specific, because I know of some programs where they have the leverage of reading what they refer to as borrowed courses, and these borrowed courses has no impact in whatsoever way on their life after school or their life after even that particular semester. So in further semesters, they are not going to do anything with regards to that particular course that they read. Hence, there is no need to even bother remembering the things that you studied before. You just have to be able to study it well within a particular semester and sit for the exams. Once the exams is over, then it is over with that particular course. But don't be fooled. It depends on the course that you are reading. It depends on the program that you find yourself in and how it's going to be. So don't accept this advice wholeheartedly without going out further to find out whether it applies to you or not. That was one of my expectations, and I can't say that here it really fell short of the realities that I met on the ground. So in conclusion, my advice to everyone out there watching this video is that you've got to be mindful of who you take advice from, because all these seniors who come parading themselves as seniors to give us advice have their kind of life that they are living in their school. And I would say that there are some people who are fine with getting even average grades. They are fine with getting the normal pass, or even some of them, they are trailing their way out of the university, but still they go out giving advice. As they say, talk is cheap. Everybody can give an advice, but who to listen to is the point that I am making. You have to fine-tune all the advice that come in, compare it to the expectations that you have of yourself, and compare that to that person, the person who is giving it to you. So if someone is fine with being a past student and you are not fine with being a past student, then there is no need taking their advice for it. So think twice about various advice that you get from people. Thanks for watching this video to the end. If you like the video, I want you to consider giving the video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and also don't forget to comment below any expectations as against your realities that you met in school. Or if you are yet to go to the university, comment below some of your expectations for the university and any other video topic that you want me to handle on this channel. And if you are new to this channel, hi, you are highly welcome. And once again, I am Ehonia Obed. I like to share my experiences on my personal channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that anytime that I release a new video, you will be duly notified. Till next time, I say continue executing on your plans, because I believe that together we all shall be great. Bye.